Hi all, welcome to ASP.NET Web Series. Myself Krishna Chaitanya. In this session, I will explain about the ASP form data collection in the server side. Means need to collect the form data of the web browser in the server side. In the last session, we have seen about the validation controls and the type of validation controls with a practical example. In this session, we will see the ASP form data collection in the server side. What are the ways of collecting the form data in the server page? Means I have designed a one web form. It web form containing the controls, means text box control or a drop down control or a red box control or some any other control. To fill the data, and once data is submitted to the server, in the server side, how can we able to fetch the data? These are the ways of fetching the data in the server side. That is standard ASP.NET controls and make a HTML control as a server control or request a form data type or by using the view state. These are the available things to collecting the form data. We will see with a practical example how these can be achievable. Here I have created a one small web page. Small web page containing one text box which is ASP.NET type text box. Another one is the HTML control type text box and a one button control, and making as a HTML control which is server side. How we'll see that later. In now text box control is a ASP control by make it as a run server. This is my code behind the file, which contains a two. One is the page load and second one is the click action. Whenever I have clicked on the form page, then I will submit the click action. Here I'm launching the Google Chrome. Now Chrome is launching the IIS server, and IIS server invoking the web application what I have designed. It is taken the local host and port number is the 11896 is available port. Visual Studio Framework will check the available port and assign the server request to that port, and it will open the data. Here this is my ASP control and this one is the HTML control, and when I click on submit, I have placed a debugger already. Go to here, so I will place a debugger. HTML control. When I click on submit, form is going to submit. When I click on submit, the page life application life cycle and the page life cycle will start. For the regarding the application and page life cycle, watch the session 2 of this video series. There you can able to get the idea on the page life cycle. Here, as a part of page life cycle, it is going to the underscore load of the page, and it will come to the session event submit functionality of the button. F5 press F5. Then right now in this case we can able to see the data of the ASP control of the server control, but HTML control lost the data because all ASP controls are run at equal to server. That's why while form is going to load in the page life cycle of the initialization case, all the controls will be loaded and all controls view states are loaded in the view states. this text, whatever I have typed in the text box, this text will be loaded. And again, on save state event will fire at the stage of last stage of the phase cycle, and the view state can be reinitialized, and again the data will be added to the text box, and in the render stage the text box fill with the view state data, and it is showing on the user side. Don't be confused. I will repeat again. Whenever the form is submitted, the method of initialization phase will collect the all the view state controls data. View state controls data. These are the view state controls, and it will collect and assign to the controls in the method of on save state. All the view state controls data again we submitted to all the relevant controls based on the hidden IDs, and whenever the form is rendered on the page, it will show how this can be achievable. Here I am saying in the view state. What is the view state? Here I am launching the browser tool by pressing F12. Here developer tool is launched. I will go to the elements. Here I have the form. Here I have the two A's hidden controls. Here I have the two ASP controls. One is the text box control and another one is the button control. For all the ASP controls, view state field is created dynamically by the ASP.NET framework, and that can be shown in the browser. And whenever the form is submitting, this view state data of all controls will be collected in the pre-initialization, and it will be we can able to get that data, and on save state this view state will reassign the data to the control so that the user can be able to see the data on the web page in the succeeded or subsequent requested. The data will not be lost, and this is the one way. And the second way is here I have the HTML control. As we seen, HTML control is not server controls. So during the subsequent request, the HTML control will last the data, because in the page life cycle of the initialization, all the controls will be reinitialized. That's why every control is reinitialized, and because of the view data, server controls able to get the data and show to the user. But can we make a HTML control as a server control so that it can also be have the view state to store the data as that is possible? How? We'll see here. I'm going to the Apex page. Here I have the text box control. I will make as run at equal to server. I'm saving the form. While saving the form, going to Solution Explorer. Here I have the designer file. Here, whenever I have added a control as a server controls or make it as a run at equal server by default framework, in the designer page it will return the control. This is my control. We'll see that one. Here I'm going to the page again, and I'm pressing removing the run equal to server and saving away in the form, and going to the designer view. In the designer view, this is the form one control. This is the text value and button only. We are not seeing that control. So whenever we are making the control as a server control, then by default the framework will return the code for us in the designer file. In the application, whenever the aspect is a separate page you have written in the application level, means I have the deployment of the page Whenever I have attached the page or I have separated the deployment, in that case you need manually write the designer file. In the practical or real-time projects, in the deployment ASPX pages will be there, and the bin folder only details will be available. You need to take this separate Visual Studio of this project. In that case, ASPX, whatever you have seen may be different from the deployment. In that case, in the deployment ASPX page, you have to write the code and come to the designer file. You need manually write this designer file. Otherwise, if you run the program, it will throw the error. So now my HTML controls made as a server controls. Now I'm launching the Google Chrome for running the application. Application is started. As a part of page lifecycle, page load happen. And here I have got the two text box. One is the ASP control. Second one is the HTML control text box. When I click on submit, again page lifecycle will start and button action is fired. Now in this case we can able to see the both controls data, because in this case both controls are the server control, so that we can able to see the both controls data. This is the one way of the maintenance state of the control. And how to collect, second one is how to collect this form data in the server side is our topic. So now again I will press submit. Here I am got the, or else I will stop this one. Here I will collect the data string txt asp ctrl data is equal to mean first text box data equal to txt value dot text. Second item is txt html control data is equal to txt html dot text. Here for the ASP controls, we can able to fetch the data by the text property of the controls, by making the HTML control as a server control, by using a value as the property of the HTML control to fetch the data. Here I am launching again the server. Here when I type on the text, I have seen the previous controls previously what I have typed in. This is because the HTML5 can have the feature of auto-complete text box. If you want, we can disable this one also. Here ASP and I will press as HTML and I click on submit. I am pressing the F10. So ASP I can able to read and HTML I can able to read. This is the one way of reading the form data in the server side. We will check the second way. So in the second way, also making the HTML controls as a server controls, we can able to save the data, able to read the data or fetch the data from the web page to the server page. In the next type, we can use the form request form data, and we will collect that one. How to get the request form data? We'll check here. To collect the request form data, string str request form data is equal to request dot form, and it showing the request dot form is the type of collection of the name value pair collection, means key value pair name value. It is the name value connection, so we will not able to store in the string. For that one, name value collection, it is under the system dot collections dot specialized dot name value collection. It is under that namespace. We need to import that namespace, system dot collection dot specialized. In this namespace, name value collection will be there. By using this one, we'll check how to get the request form data. As we on the mouse over, we are getting the view state. This is the form level view state. In the form level view state, we can able to get the data. Here I have the property of all keys. By using all keys, we can fetch the key one by one keys, and we'll get the data. Shift F9 to launch the quick watch to see the control data. Here I have the keys file. Here I have get the view state, event validation, and text value HTML button control. And now how to get the each one. F9. Okay. txt asp txt val is the asp control. So by using the request form, like this way, request form is the name value collection, and we'll read that in a name value collection variable, and in the name value connection variable, by using the keys of the data, means the txt value is the key of that one, that the ASP control text box data. And by using this one, we can able to get like this one, and we have one more txt html, txt HTML. So here my value is the HTML. Like this way, we can able to fetch the data. And if you are having the count is a property, by the count property, we can able to get the number of keys. This is the another way of fetching the data from web page in the server side. And next one is view state. Here I will write a view state. I will write a one variable count. Whenever I got the same section, click actions data, when I click on the button control, I need to count the how many clicks are there for this one. I will check the page postback property. Is postback is the property of the ASP page to get the state of the applications, means it is a postback request or the initialization request. In the every request, ASP page lifecycle will happen to differentiate that one view state, making the v is postback is the property of the web page. By in the is postback, we can differentiate is the initial request or the postback request, or means any controls which is present in the form is filed or it is the initialized request. We can differentiate that one. If is not postback, then we need to increment by 1. Here I got the error, cannot implement camera type the object integer type. Here my intention is to say about the view state control value the object type. By default it is the object type. So we need to convert this view count to view state count to integer type. For this one we have the convert dot to int 32 or 16 based on the requirement. For the single statement, there is a no use of the flower brackets to start and in the application. Else I will place 1 in the value. Or else we want to place this one in the button submit also, we can able to place that one. So I will go the form and I will place a one ASP label control. Here I will place a break tag ASP label, make it as run it equal to server and id equal to lbl count, br tag for line break, and lbl count taken lbl count. Always designer file will be written by the framework. Whenever I had the server control, then we need to save that file also. Here in this case, now in this case lbl count dot text is equal to view count data, and it is cannot implicitly convert the object type to string. This is the object type, this is the string type. So dot to string is a dot to string is method is available to convert the any data type directly to the string type, or else we have the converted dot to string also is there for conversion of this string. This is only the type for the string. For other type conversion, there is a dot to type is not there. Dot to int is not there. Only dot to string is the available in the two types. One is the directly for the method we need to pass the data, or as a proper method used like a property to collect the to convert the data. So now in this case, I have launched the Google Chrome. Chrome browser is launched. The page life cycle is started. It is not a post back data. Sorry, it is a post back data in this case. In this case only, I need to increment the label value. When I click on submit, it comes to the value count. It will increment by 1. Here it is a 1. In the next time click, it will increment by. It is not increment. I'll check that one. Here I'm getting the null as the wave state control value. As we've seen here, but in the view state, we're not able to get the data because, as I said, once the page lifecycle completed, the form will lose the data. I don't know about the what the data it contains. It is just a reference whenever the form is going to load. Otherwise, it don't know about the data. It just lost the instance data instance and and as I said in the page lifecycle. At the end of the page unload, the total memory and variables data will be cleared by the framework by the dispose or finalizer methods. So how to maintain the wave state for this one? Here there is another way to using the hidden fields. What is the hidden fields? As we seen in the web browser, whenever the form is launched, here my form is going to launch. Here I have pressed the F12 to launch the developer tools. In the developer tools, we can able to see the form data. It is said that it is the hidden field. A hidden field is maintained with view state. By using this hidden field and view state only, we can able to or the framework able to fetch the data in the server side. This view state data what you have seen is the it's 64-bit encoded. This is not encrypted data. This is the encoded data only. This is the 60 base 64 encoded data. And for this type, in going to the ASTX page, here I will design one hidden control. hidden field. All hidden field also a ASP control, so need to run it equal to server, and I will give a ID HDN hidden field hidden, going to ASP backspace in the first back data, in this case hidden field dot value. And this is the type of this string, this is the type of this string, this is the type of integer. Need to convert this, convert dot to int 16. I need to convert this as string type for this one. Dot to string is the method. Need to conversion form. As I said, there is a two types of conversion methods available for the string. One is a convert dot to string. For that method, we need to pass the value of any type. It will convert to the string type, or as a extension method where we can able to use this one. Here also dot value always string type. We can able to like this one. Now I will check launch the Chrome. So as a definition of the controls definition in the initialization, a hidden field is created, but it will not be visible for the user. When I click on submit, it is come to the hidden field value. On initial load, I need to set the hidden field value as a 1. 1 is an integer type and it is a string type. Need to convert or initialize like a string variable. Now launch the Chrome and check in the Chrome. Input string was not in format. I got the Chrome. Hidden file value is set. When I click on submit, then it will collect the hidden field value as 1. When I again click on dot 1, I can able to see the 3. Here I remove the debugger. I will click 4, 5, 6. By using this hidden field also we can able to read the view state data for this one. How this is maintained as a hidden field, I will check here by launching the developer tools. Press F12. ASP hidden fields are created. Here for this hidden field, it is created like this. There is input type hidden field is there, and its value is the 6. 6 is the label what we have created. All label controls are rendered on the web page as a span tag. Here I have the hidden type is input control as a hidden type, and name is the hidden HTML field, and ID is a HTML field. Here whatever the incremented value it's shown like incremented to 7. So again, the form is submitted to the server and fetch the data. These are the ways of fetching the data from the web server, means browser, on the server page. Either using the HTML control as a server controls, or directly using the standard ASP controls, or the form data, or the view state of the hidden fields. All the data of the form can be stored as a view state on the web page what we have seen. On the web page, all the ASP or standard or whatever the controls or hidden fields, all are saved as a view state, hidden field view state. So by using those in the initial, it will get retrieve the hidden field data, and in the page load or in any other function, we can able to fetch the hidden fields data only. These are the ways of collection of the form data in the server side. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.